And welcome to the first of the deep dives on the DLC cars from, I can't remember what it's called, Money Fronts, the latest DLC from GTA Online in 2025. And I said I'd start with the best ones first, so you can prioritise spending your money on what's good. I'll be honest, in terms of which one's the best, it's not even close with this DLC. I mean, not everything that's been released is awful, but the Sentinel GTS is the best car, best of the release day cars by a long way, and it's the best on all fronts, starting with the looks. I mean, look at this thing. It's really well designed. It's based on the G80 BMW M3, which is quite a good looking and dramatic car anyway, and they've done a really good job of recreating it. And what I hope they do now is that whoever designed this car for the game goes up to whoever designed the new Aston. I mean, and obviously they'll need to do this first.
Yes! Yes! Oh yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh?
But then after they've done that, I think I'd like them to show them how to design a good looking and accurate car for the game, because that Aston is shocking. But anyway, before we go on to the actual review of the car, let's have a look at the performance on the track. Now, because it's a bit of a touring car styly thing, I fancied a little bit of Brands Hatch for this, so here we are on JP's Brands Hatch putting it through its paces, and on the track it works really well. The handling is odd. The handling is a little bit strange for all of these new cars, actually. I hope it's not an indicator of how the cars are actually going to handle in GTA 6, because they all feel a little bit fake. They rotate a little bit too easily. I don't want to say it's almost too arcadey, because yeah, none of us think that GTA is a driving simulator, but they are almost too arcadey. But this is one of the best of the bunch. Really nice turn of speed, handles quite nicely, really nice controllable oversteer, and pretty good on the track. I think you'll do quite well racing in this one. So what's the customization like? Well, do you know what? Customization wise, it's actually pretty good as well. There's nothing particularly wild, there's nothing particularly out there, but there is quite a lot of good customization. There are lots of good options. They seem realistic. They seem like the sort of options you would get if you were to go out and buy one of these and want to do this sort of stuff yourself. Most of them seem realistic and they suit the car. So all round, everything about the design, even down to those vented wings, it's just a really good, really well made model and a really good addition to the game. They've done well. Now admittedly, this one, whilst there is a very nice sort of sea green that BMW used, this one was only ever going to be blue, that blue. That's as close as I can get it to Estoril blue, which is my favourite of the BMW colours. All of the fast BMWs look great in this colour. It suits a race interior quite well as well. I decided to do this one up like a little bit of a road going touring car kind of monster. That's the theme I've gone for, and I think it's come out really well. So customization, definitely a tick there. Really enjoyed doing that. So what's it actually like on the road? Well, as I say, it's easily the best of the lot, but they all do suffer from one thing. So there are some cars, and when I buy these new cars, I tend to take them out for a drive as stock. Sometimes I'll even set a lap as stock, and then I'll do the customization and see if the customization is actually worth it, because there are a few cars where, for example, the customization ruins the handling. But all of these from this release are absolute dog shit in standard form. Completely terrible, like really bad. And some of them come to life to certain degrees, to varying degrees should I say, when you start adding the customization on. And this is one of them. This, straight out of the box, is caca. It really is. I remember being really disappointed, but then whizzed it through the LS car meet. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have HSW, but it's pretty damn quick anyway, as you'll see. But as soon as you put the upgrades on this one, it really brings it to life a bit. The handling feels good, everything feels so much better. So let's have a look at the top speed. So this is the usual process. I've got this mile that I've measured out in advance. I blast down here as quickly as I can, and then we do a little bit of maths, and that tells us what the average speed this managed to maintain over a mile was. And as we just come under this sign, this is where the mile ends with the finish line, and that's a 29.08 for the mile, with an average speed of 123.8, which for a non-HSW car is actually alright. It's not bad at all. So, final thoughts on this thing. What do we think? I think this is a must buy. At the time of recording this, I've actually forgotten how much it is, so I'm going to put it up on screen. It costs this much, this amount here. But I don't remember it being particularly expensive, so I'm going to take a risk and say it's decent value. But I think it is. We don't get new cars very often. We don't get good new cars very often. And this is putting in a really, really decent time. It handles nicely. It's got good customization. It looks like the car it's supposed to look like. Take note, Mr. Aston DBX designer or GTX designer. Take note. It looks like the car that it's supposed to be based on. Remember that. So, I have no complaints. No complaints whatsoever. I think this is a really good one. I think if you're going to pick something up this week, I think this is probably a good shout. If you can only buy one car this week. The new business seems interesting. Thoughts on the business so far have been that it feels a little bit disjointed. It's all very odd. None of it seems to knit together. I do like how it is now bringing lots of other businesses into play in much the same way that the nightclub basement does. This actually earns passively based off what other businesses you earn, so that's really good. So I'm actually earning okay out of this so far, because as you may have noticed by the fact that I released the Suzume video, or the Suzume was in my review, I've actually gone and got GTA Plus for this. Now, I didn't get it for the Suzume, I got it because I had literally no spaces, none. I had no empty spaces in any garage, and it was a choice between wading through and figuring out what to sell and what to get rid of, or just paying for a month of GTA Plus, moving everything into the Vinewood garage, because you can still get it even if you don't renew. You can actually still get to your cars in the Vinewood garage. So that's what I've been doing, gradually moving everything across there, so that I've got enough room to buy all of these new cars and test them as they come out. So just before we get to the final time, I just want to say thanks to the channel members and supporters. I have not posted anywhere near enough over the last few weeks. Hopefully I will be able to change that now. It's just been one of those months. I will spare you the boring details. But as we come over here, here is the time this one managed to do, and that is an 8:30. Now that, for a non-HSW car, is pretty quick, and as you can see, as it flashes by right at the top of the leaderboard, I think it was about 5th down from the top. So that's a pretty impressive time from a really impressive car. So that's a great buy. Absolutely go for it. If you've already bought it, let me know what you think in the comments, and if you want to race this track, I'll put a link in the description. So thanks to you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.